Okay, welcome to Project Voltron. Just before I get into an extended discussion about each one of the five components, I wanted just to address this one particular issue I'd been giving some thought to pertaining to just essentially our general understanding of the current system, which I'm not going to be going into too much in depth detail because there's a lot of excellent work that's already been put together in terms of fractional reserve banking, the credit reporting system, and just how that's used to people's disadvantage. But the main issue that I wanted to address is that in the realm of your interpersonal relationships, the degree to which once you come to understand how the system is structured and how it is purposely designed to function against your best interest, and that how these effects ripple out to affect your friends, family, acquaintances, that you have a lot of people that will take these things personally. In the case of, let's say, all right, foreclosures, for example. Now, we live in a debt-based fractional reserve banking system. Some would say there are no reserves at this point. But that said, okay, it's clear that because of the way the system is structured, every time someone manages to, quote unquote, clear their debt, so to speak, it becomes harder for other people to be able to do the same. So that at some point, in spite of those individuals' best efforts, someone's going to come up short. Someone's going to become bankrupt. Someone is not going to have the financial resources available to them when they need to, and so on and so forth. It's just the way that the system is structured. And the point that I really wanted to make is that, okay, if we having such a clear understanding of that, of the nature of the game, if you will, then there's a lot of emotional energy that can be saved from not taking it personally. I mean, I've just been in personal situations where I've seen people arguing with each other, fighting with each other, at each other's throats, behind circumstances and situations that were brought about by the system that they were in. Almost as an example, let's say you have two individuals who are enslaved and they're on a plantation, and these two people are fighting with each other over how much food and water and clothing is available to each one. You have a situation where, okay, that shortage of food, that lack of access to certain necessities of life, that's an incident of them both being enslaved. It's not, and it's a lot less an issue of, personal responsibility or irresponsibility because, well, if you're living within a system that is designed to enslave you, it's designed to steal the value of your labor and wealth-producing capacity, then it's, well, how do you hold that? Personal responsibility, it's like, what about the responsibility of the people that are the architects of that system, that are bleeding both of you? But yet, it would serve the people running such a system to have the two of you fighting amongst yourselves, instead of using your understanding of the structure so that you guys can escape, get your freedom. So, just in the context of a lot of the information that I'll be presenting, that's something that might help as a reminder just in your interpersonal interactions. I've had the personal experience of seeing situations where people really did not take that into consideration. Like another example could be, the family court scenario where a woman may feel that she's going to use the structure of the court to resolve her unrealistic relationship expectations towards the man that she was seeing, where on one hand she's trying to damage his ability to function in some level of financial self-sufficiency, but on the other hand wants to extract financial resources from him to take care of children that they may have, which is kind of a cynical situation because in many cases the child support money that's collected from the man, the state pretty much takes that as repayment for income assisted or welfare benefits that they're extending to the woman, with the child being awarded to the state on top of all of this, which is pretty much what they really want. So now you have both parents that are now denied their natural right to raise their child because the state has decided, okay, well, we will now determine what this child learns and use that child's ability to generate wealth or produce wealth for our purposes. So just some context for a lot of the other discussions that we'll be having around putting the various components to use. I'll be posting links to different reference material addressing some of these different aspects. And of course, if you guys have any questions or comments or any further ideas, or if you just want to share your own experiences where you've seen or witnessed people take things personally on the basis of situations and circumstances that were really perpetrated upon them by others, feel free to share a response video or contact me through YouTube, or you could send an email and we could discuss things that way. All right, so thanks for listening.